guys, and welcome back to the Tim Sports Talk. And today we got another episode of the Chris and Tim podcast. Chris right now is helping his dad with something. He'll be back eventually, but I just wanted to start the stream and hang out with you guys at least for a little bit, the live chatters, and just let you know what was going on for the show tonight. So tonight we got, of course, the Washington football team name debacle. Tanya Snyder weighed in. We're definitely going to talk about that. We have the names of the captains for the Washington football team. That'll be early on. We're going to give a final grade for the offseason. The offseason's officially over. We got week 1 upon us. How do we actually feel we are going into this season? How we think we did over the offseason? We'll give final grades on that. We're going to talk about Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel apparently is not looking good to play. We'll see what happens there. And then we'll go into our Washington versus Chargers preview, give all of our thoughts and all of our details of what we think is going to happen on Sunday against them. And then we'll go around the NFL, make some predictions, record predictions for each team. Not going to go week by week, but we're just going to have some fun and just throw some records out there, maybe predict a little bit of a MVP, Rookie of the Year, stuff like that. And then we're going to do our weekly game-by-game predictions for every single game and see how we do throughout the year. We're going to keep track of it. I'm going to write it down and see how we do. Well, what's up? Yo, Tim, I posted my week 1 predictions in the server. Did you check out the Bills fans I mentioned last night? I did not. I went right to sleep when you when I got off here. I needed to get up early in the morning, so no, I did not look at the Bills fans yet, but thank you for sending it to me. Did you send them to me directly? If not, send them to me directly. Don't put them in the general, because a lot of people talk in there, and they could get lost real quick. Anyway, yeah, so there is the outline of what we'll be talking about tonight. As I said, Chris is helping his dad, so as soon as Chris is here, we will go through all of these things and have a good show. But if you have any comments or anything, I could chat with you guys up until then. Uh-oh. Yeah, he said, all right, when I said just going live. Let's check this out. Check out the schedule. So, of course, we got Tampa Bay versus Dallas. It's at Tampa Bay tomorrow. That'll be a fun one to start. What up, Patrick West? How you doing? Then we got Philly versus Atlanta, Pittsburgh versus Buffalo. That should be a great game. I think Buffalo should be favored, but at the same time, Pittsburgh's no slouch. I know a lot of people like to hate on Big Ben after how he looked the final few games of the season, like in the playoff game, but he's still a really solid quarterback, and he's got a ton of weapons. Their offensive line's terrible, though. We got Cincinnati versus Minnesota. That could be a great matchup. San Francisco versus Detroit. I think that's going to be a slaughterhouse. Cardinals versus Tennessee. I think Tennessee's got that one, but I don't know. Cardinals, who knows? They're a scary team, especially offensively. Tampa Bay by a mile, I agree. Tyrann Mathieu might not play against the Browns. Ooh, that could be a big difference maker, but as long as Mahomes is playing, they always have a shot. But the Browns technically have a better team overall, in my opinion. I think the Browns are a more well-rounded team than the Chiefs, especially with no Tyrann Mathieu. So it should be a very interesting matchup. Game of the week, easily. We got Seahawks versus the Colts. That could be a lot of fun to watch. I don't think Carson Wentz is playing, though, which is going to hurt the Colts a lot. Even though I think they're a well-rounded team also. Jets versus Carolina, that's kind of the toilet bowl game of the week, right? We'll see how they look. I have Carolina winning that one. Houston versus Jacksonville. Houston's garbage. Browns at Kansas City, there's the game of the week. New England versus Miami, so they're going to start with the division round. Green Bay at Saints. There's a lot of good matchups coming up week 1. Giants at Denver. We'll see how Teddy and company looks against them. That's also at 425. And then the Sunday night game, we got Bears versus the Rams. We'll be on this channel doing play-by-play for that. And then Monday night, Baltimore at the Raiders. We must play complimentary football, says Roger Smith. I know people get tired of me saying this, but it matters. 25 pass attempts tops for Fitzpatrick. The rest should be running plays. I think that's a little light. I would say probably give me closer to 30. because in today's NFL, the screen game is a part of the run game. So they're not going to run more than they pass. You can't just run more than you pass unless you're that. I mean, it's nice if you could. I guess the Browns can do it because they just have such a beast offensive line and a great duo of backs that they can spell each other. Where I don't think I love Gibson, but Gibson and Jared Patterson are not Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Okay. So maybe get me up to 30, but I agree with you. I have your overall premises is correct. If Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to throw 40 plus times a game, we're in trouble. So I definitely agree with that. You think TJ Watt might somewhere else because the Steelers are hesitant? I think the Steelers should pay TJ Watt whatever TJ Watt wants. I mean, I think he's a good dude. I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. I think he's a freaking monster on the field. I think he's worth $25 million a year, probably 23 to 25. A beast outside linebacker / like defensive end. I think they should get him for sure. Delpit and Greedy Williams need to stay healthy. Yeah, for the Browns to be solid, that secondary is huge for y'all. You got a lot of great John Johnson you got from the Rams. That secondary is going to be big. I'm more worried about your linebacker position, and JOK's looked good, which is good news for y'all. But that would be something that I would definitely be more concerned with than your secondary because your linebacking core was weak last year. What up, Tim? Where Chris at? Chris was helping with his dad with something. He should be here soon. I text him. You almost done? So, we're waiting again, but it is what it is. Once he's here, we'll have some fun. What up, Hawk? Yo, it says Hawk. Just sent a third Bills fan. Perfect. Yeah, if you direct message me those, I'll definitely take a look. Yeah, we're going to definitely deep dive into this Washington versus Chargers matchup. Let's see what ESPN's saying. ESPN right now is giving us a 59% chance to win this game. I believe we're actually underdogs according to ESPN, though. The spread, is actually even on ESPN right now. They have the spread is even, and the money line for both teams is minus 110. Over under 44.5. That's an interesting over-under. I have it under right now. We'll go into our final score predictions, but just a preview. I have it under the 44.5, but close. That's a good over-under number. It could definitely go either way. Dallas Goddard might get traded. Who's their other tight end? I thought they liked Goddard. That's interesting. They traded up over the Cowboys to get Dallas Goddard. That would have been a great pick for Dallas, obviously, for obvious reasons. His first name's Dallas, and they needed a tight end. Jason Witten had just retired, but no. And also, the Eagles didn't need a tight end. They had Zach Ertz, and they traded over top of the Cowboys to get this guy and steal him from him, so that was funny. But it'd be weird to see him go. We got to see your fantasy team on Protex League. You got to bench Austin Eckler. My team's fine. Again, I don't know how to do this on the one thing I don't like about StreamYards is that I don't know how to show like my screen. There should be some sort of screen share, and I don't know how to do it. But I'll go over it real quick. What's my fantasy team on here? Fantasy, we got football. I got too many freaking fantasy teams. Let's see. All right, the Tim's Sports Talk, ProTech fam. All right, I got Kyler Murray, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, which this was one of my last fantasy teams I drafted, and it's a free league, so I kind of did a little bit different. In reality, I probably would have taken Zeke and Antonio Gibson, but I decided, let's switch it up a little bit because I've had that combo in a couple of different leagues, or even Saquon and Gibson. I decided to take Saquon and Austin Eckler. Calvin Ridley was an interesting third-round pick for me. He fell to the late round of the third round, so I was like, okay, fine. I got Deontay Johnson as my number 2 receiver. I think is awesome. Robert Tonyan, solid tight end. Chris Carson, I think could be a beast. He's gotten 1,000 yards twice in his career. Got a little banged up last year, but I think he'll still be a solid player. Ravens defense and Brandon McManus kicker. Bench, Myles Gaskin, Deebo Samuel, Sony Michel, Antonio Brown, Trey Sermon, and Michael Carter. Michael Pittman Jr. So there you go. There's my team. I think it's a solid team. Yeah, the GOATs. Going to be excited for to watch Kendall Fuller. Good, I'm glad. I don't know what that's interesting. Why are you interested in watching Kendall Fuller specifically as a Browns fan? I think he's a great corner, but that's interesting that you would have a specific interest in him. Cowboys got their revenge by getting CeeDee Lamb. That's true. Because that really hurt the Eagles wanting a receiver that year, and they ended up drafting Jalen Reagor, which I think they still could have had Justin Jefferson, though. So it could have backfired for the Cowboys, honestly, if they actually made the right choice and drafted the real receiver. Where's Tim? I'm right here. I'm assuming you mean Chris. Chris, we're still waiting on him. He will come eventually. I think we win because the Chargers aren't prepared and they're going to be rusty, and they have a bad record when coaches come in week 1. Remember last season, they got blown out 45-0 versus the Pats. True. It wasn't week 1, though, that it got blown out. That was later in the year. Was that after the Pats or Chargers bye week? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Your RB core is questionable. My RB core is fine. I got 4 starting running backs. I think Sony Michel could be a steal. I think Trey Sermon's going to be steal of the fantasy draft because in that offense, once he gets the starting job, my running backs are just fine. The son, Tim, JK probably meant Kyle Fuller. Is Kyle Fuller on the Browns? Is Kyle Fuller on the Browns now? Where did he end up going? I thought Kyle Fuller went to like the Rams or something. I don't remember. No, Denver. He went to Denver. So I don't know why he's interested in Kyle either. Yeah, Chris, you're right there. It's all good. Yeah, Chris will be here eventually. Hopefully. Hopefully we don't have another situation. I mean, if he's not here in the next 5 minutes, I might just start going through the topics myself, to be honest with you guys. Do they put Terry in the slot with Deuce and Cam on the outside and 11 personnel, or do they put Humphreys in the slot primarily until C. Samuels comes back? Humphreys is going to see a lot of playing time. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's definitely also 11 personnel. I thought is that one tight end, one running back? Okay. I've been out of that. But anyway, nonetheless. So, with 3 wide receiver sets, I think Cam comes off the bench. And I think it's going to be... Actually, you know what? I think Diami comes off the bench, if I'm being honest with you. I think Diami comes off the bench right now. I think it's Terry, Cam Sims, Adam Humphreys to start week 1, if no Curtis Samuel. And I think Diami comes off the bench, and they're just going to slowly work him in and obviously use him on deep throws, deep passes, use that great speed he has and ability to go up and get one-on-one balls. So play action plays and stuff like that for him. I got some steals. Good. Yeah, California's on the Broncos. I'm not sure. I'm in Kendall Fuller for the Washington football team because he had a lot of picks last year. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. He did have 4 interceptions, led the team in interceptions for us last year. So hopefully he does it again. That's cool. I predicted Cam Curl is going to have the most interceptions in our last video or our last stream. Or maybe that was the stream with ProTech. I think that was the stream with ProTech that I mentioned that I think that Cam Curl, but Kendall Fuller is a great pick because I think he's led the team in interceptions in every year he's been here. Was doing great for y'all last season in the secondary. Yeah, I mean, he's a solid corner, especially if you put him in the slot. He's even better at that point. Kyle Ford is a great slot receiver, but we might start him outside of Ben St. Joe's because he's a rookie. Man, you were all over with that one. He's a great slot receiver, and you meant Kendall Fuller. I feel like you meant Kendall Fuller, and you were talking about a slot corner, not receiver. That's funny, Hassan. Yeah, I know he's with the Broncos. For some reason, I thought you were a Broncos fan. No, he's a Browns fan, as he said. What up, CG Ruthless? I know you see you're growing and having good things. I saw you got monetized. Good for you, man. I hope everything's going well. You're doing like Niners fans streams all the time. Bruh, I'm losing. Tim, click the share button and see if you'll see screen share. Okay, share screen. Ah, is that it? With 2 monitors, share screen. Oh, look at that. So there you go. Now you can see my fantasy team. Look at Yuki. There you go. There's my Pro Tech fantasy. This is my team in Pro Tech stream, and we'll go from there. Oh, geez. Chris just texted me back saying, no, he's not almost done. So we'll have to just go ahead and push on without him then for now, and hopefully he joins eventually. But there you go. Who was supposed to stream with you last night? A guy from, what do you call it? For the Chargers fan. He's a Chargers fan. I didn't know how to share the screen on StreamYard specifically. I usually use OBS. I haven't really gotten all into the details of how to use StreamYard. I like it. It's kind of a cool thing, but I just don't know all the details. Yeah. Oh, you do hangouts with other fan bases? Cool. Well, let me know if you do a skins one. Kyler Murray's a steal. Tim might win against me. I will win against you. There's no doubt. All right, let's go ahead and hop into these topics. All right, here we go. Chris can give his thoughts when he joins if he'd like. All right. So, starting the week off, we had the Washington football team name debacle come up again. And Adam Schefter had Tanya Snyder on his channel, the wife of Daniel Snyder, now the CEO of the team or co-CEO with Daniel Snyder. She's basically running things. And he basically gave her a question asking, were these 8 names on the video the actual final 8 for the team name? And she didn't really know. She was kind of like, yeah, that's what we said, right? And Adam's like, yeah, that's what you said. And she's like, okay, then yeah, that's what we said. And it's like, oh, okay, so you don't really know. I mean, I think she's obviously in on what the name's going to be, but I don't think she had anything to do with picking the final 8 per se. That was probably presented to her, and she probably forgot half of them because half of them were terrible, right? She's like, I'm not naming my team Armada. I'm not naming my team Red Hogs or what. I don't know. Half the team were probably, or half of them were probably like, no, we're not doing that. Here's my list, and we're going off of that, right? Here's me and Dan's list, and let's do one of these things, right? Let's see what we got here. She probably didn't remember at any point what the final 8 were, so who really cares? And so, was it a mistake I wrote down, or is it a ploy to gain more interest in the new name? I'm somebody that I don't think that there's some mastermind trying to make puppeteer all these things. I think it was just a question she didn't expect in a way that she didn't expect it. I'm sure she expected a name question, but she didn't expect it in that way, and she's kind of like just referring to her team. Like, if my team said that, then yeah. I don't know exactly, but if that's what the team said, sure. I don't think she really was prepared. Like, I don't remember what the final 8 teams' names were. I don't even remember what was on the list or on the video. So I think that was kind of more of not a ploy to get more interest, but they are taking advantage of every little bit to gain as much interest as possible in this new name. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, okay? They are definitely milking this thing for all it's worth. I was listening to Kevin Sheehan show this morning, actually. I don't listen to it often, but I would happen to have it on. And he was actually talking about that apparently, according to the brand makers or like rebranding makers, the experts in the matter, say that you should take these things slow, put things out sporadically, and it makes the fan base feel more included in the process, even if they aren't. But at least makes them feel more included. So when you finally make the change, then they come along with it, if that makes sense. Like they are actually more excited about it and like think like, oh, you know what, we had a part in that, so they want to rally behind the name a little bit more. So they're taking all advantage of that for real. And then, are those the final 8? I don't think they're the final 8. Now, I do think the final 3 are in there. Whatever the final 3 are, I think they're a part of that. But I don't think that literally the 8 names on the list were the final 8. I think they put the 3 names in there in some order and then just randomized the other names, right? Which is why I think Washington football team's on there, because they didn't randomize Red Wolves on there. They didn't randomize Commanders. They didn't randomize Washington football team. Those names, I think, I think those are the final 3 names, in my opinion. And I don't think that they randomized those, but I think they randomized Armada. Was never a consideration. What in the world? No, we're not in Armada. Red Hawks may be a part of the ones that they put in there, and I don't even remember some of the other ones but they didn't randomize all of them. But I think they randomized like 4 or 5 of them, in my opinion. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that, and we'll move on. Let's see what Roger has to say. Diami wears number 2. I call him Deuce. Yeah, I knew who you were talking about, Deuce. When you said Deuce, I knew who you were talking about. So on a long pass, we can say the Deuce got loose for a TD. I know it's corny, but I don't care. The Deuce got loose. I like it. That's funny. And remind me to say that on the streams. If I remember, I hope I do in the moment when I'm calling the games, to be like, when he gets a long pass, the Deuce got loose. That'd be funny. That's matter. Yeah, Hassan agrees. Don't let the owner control the name. Yeah, I don't think that she's actually the final say of what the name is. I mean, her and Dan are obviously the final say, but I think they're more letting other people handle it and coming up with the best idea, because I don't know if they have a strong preference one way or the other. Yeah, Presidents was completely random. I agree with you, Hassan. Yuki, he's a good tackle. I kind of like the deal. Brian O'Neill extension. I'm not even familiar with Brian O'Neill, if I'm going to be very honest with you. Brian O'Neill? Brian O'Neill. Oh, he's on the Vikings. 5-year extension worth 92, so almost 20 mil a year. Good for him. What was his PFF? 78 last year. 2019 was 70. 63. So he's progressively gotten better. He was their 2nd-round pick. Good for Brian O'Neill out of Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh. 6'7", only 297 at his pro day. 4.82 speed, though, so he's got some good speed for a big boy. Hopefully he puts some weight on at the next level, because 297, especially at 6'7", is not big enough. Anyway, so those are my thoughts. If Presidents is the name, we're going to see George Washington leading the cavalry, or what? Oh, God. Could you imagine if they actually named the team the Presidents? Oh, my goodness. Oh, gosh. The invite for people to bring Trump signs, for the people to wear Trump face helmets or something, like, oh, my goodness gracious. I don't care if you like Trump or not, but they will come out. All right, and I don't think the team is interested in Trump hats around the building. And also, people want to cancel some of these old presidents, right? Like, they want to take them at their worst instead of at their best. So, could you imagine? Presidents are off the board. It would be hilarious if we were, for the memes, oh my God, it would be hilarious. But for what the actual team wants to bring about, I think that would be a horrible idea. Washington Defenders represents the XFL, maybe the DC Defenders or something like that. It will be exciting to see muskets on the field. Oh, God. For sure. All right, let's get into these Washington football team names, their team captains. So, of course, the starting quarterback's a captain. That makes sense. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Chase Young makes sense. Jonathan Allen, they just extended him a bunch of money. Fantastic leader. Absolutely, no doubter, a captain on this team. Terry McLaurin. Stud. He became a captain last year once Landon Collins went down to injury, and he is hard-working. Not a big voice guy, not a big vocal leader, but one of the best dudes on this team all around. I love this dude, and completely makes sense to make him a captain. Brandon Sheriff, Could be the last year on this team, but he is the leader of the offensive line. He's the longest tenured guy on this offensive line, so it makes a lot of sense to make him a captain of that offensive line and lead the way. He's been here a lot longer, obviously, than a Charles Leno or something like that, so that makes complete sense. Logan Thomas earned his way into a captain role. I think that one's actually a little bit interesting. I don't know who exactly I would have given it to instead. And maybe that's kind of why he fell into it by default, because it looks like they went 4 offensive captains, 4 defensive captains, and one of the defensive captains is, of course, the special teamer, and we'll get to that. But Logan Thomas, I don't think it's not a bad captain. I'm not like completely knocking it. I just, at the same time, it doesn't really ring to me, if that makes sense. But who else would you give it to? Like, I guess he's the fourth guy on the team. Like, Antonio Gibson, he's young. Logan Thomas at least has some experience, and he's an ex-quarterback, so he knows how to lead a team from like Virginia Tech. So Logan Thomas, not a bad one. This one right here, though, this one, number 7 on this list, John Bostic earned a captain's role on this defense. And DeShazer Everett, the last one for special teams. That he's been a captain for years because he's one of our better special teams guys. John Bostic, over Landon Collins, over Daron Payne, over Montez Sweat, over Matt Ioannidis, over Cam Curl. There's a lot. Over Kendall Fuller, over Will Jack. There is a lot of players on that defense I would have given it to over John Bostic. But that just goes to show how much Ron Rivera actually really loves John Bostic. It's insane. John Bostic is a captain of this team, a captain of this defense. I guess because he's going to be wearing the green dot on his helmet that you give him the captain's role. I don't know. I'm giving it to Landon over him because he's one of our highest paid dudes. I'm giving it to him. I'm giving it to Kendall Fuller. We talked about him leading interceptions, being a good dude. I'm giving it to Daron Payne. I don't care if there's 3 captains on the defensive line. The defensive line is where we put all our capital in. Montez Sweat or you know what? Montez Sweat can't earn the captain's role actually because there's one reason, and that's because of his COVID, like him speaking out against the COVID vaccine. He was asked about it, to be fair to him, but still, he was very lost when it came to vaccines, to say the least, which he's an NFL player. Who cares? He's not supposed to be an expert on vaccines anyway. But it was funny how he was talking about it. I think that's probably one of the reasons. There's probably more stuff like that he's kind of a little bit weird on, and so that's maybe why he does not have a captain's role. But still, there's many other players is the main point that I'm giving a captain's role over John Bostic. But we'll see. Yeah, Yuki said Bostic, exactly. Bruh, why is Joshua can't cover Bostic a captain? I don't know. And I like how you named him Joshua instead of John. Spoiled, what up? Got your power back, good. Oh, yeah, dude. Hope everything's okay. I forgot if the hurricane hit New Orleans again. I'm glad to hear you're good. I completely forgot that Spoiled lives in Louisiana. That's what. Yeah, Demon Cats. Yeah, that's not going to be a name. That's for sure. Are we going to see Kanye as the next president? Yeah, Kanye on our helmets. Yeah, that'd be hysterical. Not happening. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like touchdown songs are underappreciated. Touchdown songs. I mean, I love our song. Our fight song is awesome. And Jairus, us properly in class? I don't know. What does that mean? The Saints can play in New Orleans now, or are they staying in Jacksonville? I thought they were going to Dallas for their home games. I can't remember. But yes, I'm glad to hear that Spoiled is doing well. All right, on to the next thing here. Final grade on how that the offseason went. Now that it's officially over, week 1 is upon us. No more training camp, no more mini camp, no more draft, no more preseason, no more free agent signings except for maybe one here or there. The team is here. We know the 53 guys that are going to be on this team. We know the 47 that are going to be suited up, and we are ready for the season. So, how did we do? All right, how did we do it? I'm going to give us a letter grade on how we did this offseason. In my opinion, I'm going to give us a B+. B+ is where I put the mark for this offseason. The reason I can't do an A is because I don't like what they did with the quarterback spot. I don't think Ryan Fitzpatrick was the answer. I don't think that we should have done just rolled with Taylor Heineke as the backup. I think we should have brought somebody in, whether that be through the draft or bring somebody else in that's actually a legitimate quarterback at this time. Okay, that's number one. But overall, the one main takeaway from this offseason, the one main thing that you can say is the culture is changing in a positive direction, and at the same time, the team is getting better. I think the team has objectively improved from last season. Even if you don't like Ryan Fitzpatrick, like I don't, even if you don't, he is still an improvement over the quarterback spots that we had last season. He is an improvement, which ain't saying much because we had the worst quarterback situation in the league. But he is the best, or he's better than those guys. So we improved there. We lost Ronald Darby, but we got William Jackson back. Improved. We lost like Steven Sims, I guess you would say, in this role, and we got Curtis Samuel back. Improved. Our defensive line has another year under its belt. We lost Kevin Pierre-Lunas, and we drafted Jamin Davis. We lost Morgan Moses, and we drafted Sam Cosmi. We brought in Benjamin St. Goat. We brought in De'Ami Brown, Deuce, as Roger likes to call him. I think that this offseason was a success in the continuation of the build of this team. And I'm okay with them without, I don't necessarily needed a quarterback that we traded a bunch of capital for. I wasn't desperate in that way. I would have liked to trade for Rodgers. I think that would have been worth it because I think we could have won 2 or 3 Super Bowls, or at least have a contender in 2 or 3 Super Bowls in the next couple of years with him. So I would have liked that. But at the same time, that's not necessarily what I needed. But I think Ryan Fitzpatrick, being the guy we brought in, I mean, it could have been Andy Dalton, so it could have been worse. I would have rather traded for Sam Darnold, maybe make some sort of trade for Matt Stafford. I wouldn't have traded as much. I wouldn't have traded 2 firsts and a third. I think that's what they ended up trading. But maybe trade away our first this year and a later round pick for Matt Stafford. I think bringing in a actual quarterback into this team would have been big for us. So that's one reason I can't give us an A on the offseason. But overall, B+. It's as close to an A as possible without actually being an A. I think we're getting better. I think we're improving. I think we're doing good things. And I like what Ron Rivera is continuing to do. Jason Wright and, of course, Martin Mayhew and Marty Herney. I think we're doing some good things, and I hope we continue to improve. What if the player with the breakout season on defense is Bostic? Maybe he can be much better against tight ends and coverage. That's a lot of maybes. That's a lot of maybes. Yuki gives his 49ers a solid A. Nice. Josh Norman lowered that grade. That is hilarious. Good offseason for sure. Give the Browns an A-. I think the Browns deserve an A. I mean, the Browns have done phenomenal things. No doubt about it. All right. The other thing about our offseason is we didn't do enough at the linebacker spot. We just talked about John Bostic. I put it here. KJ Wright signed with the Raiders for only $5 million. Only $5 million. Man. A Super Bowl winning linebacker, good head on his shoulders, great locker room guy, great teammate, nothing ever coming out of Seahawks about negative about KJ Wright. 32-year-old, I know he's a little bit older, not the fastest guy, but we could have brought that guy in to lead a nice young linebacking core. And for only $5 million, I think that would have been a steal. I would have paid him 6. I was even talking about maybe even paying him 9, like something like that. I think it would have been worth it to bring him in to help beef up this linebacking core. We only have 5 linebackers right now, and one of them is David Mayo. I mean, and one of our starters is John Bostic. I mean, come on. So, I don't know. That's one thing I don't like about it. But overall, there are 2 things. Is the quarterback at the linebacker spot. I think those were 2 of our biggest needs, and we didn't address them enough. We did spend a first-round draft pick on him, I agree, but we needed more than just one linebacker. All right. Well, yeah, only $5 million. Come on, Jamin, that would have been sick. Yeah, I think so too. I agree. All right, on to the next thing is Curtis Samuel. Injury is still a thing. Apparently, he re-aggravated that groin. And ProTech brought this up. Oh, Chris is back. Chris is ready? Did he text me? John Bostic. Uh-oh. Here we go. We here. Chris.
What's up, man?
Hey, we got you back, man. How you doing?
Not good right now, but it is what it is.
I'm sorry to hear that. I hope everything's okay.
No.
All right. Well, I hope things are working out. But did you have a good week?
It's been all right thus far.
Good. All right. So I've started through the topics. Is there anything that you wanted to go back over? And
I don't even know what you went over.
I went over the first three topics. I was about to hop into Curtis, but I went over the name debacle, the captains, and the final grade for the offseason. Is there anything on there you wanted to touch on?
Well, okay. Put it this way. For the name debacle, there's a lot of ignorant fans out here that's annoying, and they should be eliminated from whatever. And what was the second one?
The captains. So it's Fitz, Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Terry McLaurin, Brandon Scherf, Logan Thomas, John Bostic, and DeShazer Everett.
Yeah, I don't care about them. And what was the third one?
What is your final grade for how this offseason went now that it's over and we're about to start week one? How do you think that we did overall as a unit, as a front office?
D+.
D+. Why so low?
Because you started off horribly, and then you had a horrible end of the draft. And then on top of that, Brandon is franchise tag. And then on top of that now, I mean, you drafted Derek Forrest. And then your cuts are questionable with Kelvin Harmon. So I give you a D+. You made a couple of nice moves, and you made 3 good draft picks. Outside of that, you did nothing. So
it's 4 good draft picks, right?
3. Who was 4?
Benjamin St-Goat, De'Ami Brown, Sam Cosmi, Jamin Davis.
All right, well, 4. And then the rest of them, we wasted our picks on. So.
John Bates has shown up a little bit. He looks like a solid blocking tight end.
I could be kind of guy Trimble.
Yeah. And then
that's
Dax Milne, the final pick.
That's a blocking tight end and a receiving threat. And he can start right away. And Dax, he's okay, I guess. We'll see what he can do in the regular season.
But we're going to go 17-0, right?
Oh, no. I said 11-6.
I like it. I love it. I gave us a B+. I think that we improved as a team. The only reason I didn't give them an A is because I don't like what we did with our quarterback spot. But I think the culture is continuing to change, as I said. And I think we've gotten objectively better than we were a year ago. So I think we're moving in the right direction. All right. Curtis Samuel. Still a thing. Still an injury that has been re-aggravated, apparently. Protect mentioned, I know you talked about this, they undersold the injury and said that he believes that the groin was actually torn instead of just pulled. He has been now dealing with this for about 8 weeks, I believe. It's been a long time since he hasn't done anything throughout this offseason, didn't play any of the preseason games, and it looks like he may miss week 1. He's kind of trending in that direction. Are you worried about this?
First off, I don't care about Curtis. They showed a video of where he pulled it some point today, and he looked frustrated. So I think Protect is probably right. It's torn, and if it's torn, just go ahead and say keep him out for the year. That's what I mean by I don't care. At the end of the day, if it's torn, what's your point of bringing him out here? The man getting 3 years, what he get? 50-something million?
I think it was 40-something, something like that. Yeah.
14-something. Let him sit down somewhere.
30-something actually, maybe.
Let him sit down somewhere. Let De'Ami do him. That's what we drafted De'Ami for. First off, he's not playing week 1. I was right about that and predicting that ahead of time. Week 2, he's not going to play. Week 3, we don't need him. Week 4, we don't need him. Now, by week 5, if he's okay, because that's when you play the Chiefs, then fine, let him go out there. But if he's not ready by week 5, they're probably just going to have teams game plan for him. That's probably what they're doing now. Mm-hmm. They're just let's just say Curtis may play or may not. It's the team's game plan for him, and we can get, a better advantage. Outside of that, we probably not going to see Curtis till week 5.
If that's the case, I would have thrown him on the PUP list and just said, "Hey, sit until week 6 or week 7 or whatever. Miss the first 6 weeks and just rest the heck out of that groin."
But like I said, they probably want to have teams off balance, have them game plan for Curtis. Because if they game plan for Curtis, like, okay, Curtis is not here, so now what do we do? So that's probably what they're doing.
Maybe, but at the same time, you should have taken advantage because we lost a roster spot. Keeping him on there. I don't know what you could have done exactly with it, but maybe keep William Bradley King, another draft pick, or maybe keep another linebacker. Like there was things you could have done. I would have thrown him on the PUP list if this was going to be the case. And because one of the worst things you could do with the pulled muscle is continue to try to work on it. Like a pulled muscle needs to be ice, heat, and rest. Well, either way, or a muscular injury is the main thing. If you keep using it, it's going to continue to get hurt and re-aggravate.
He's not going to be back till week 5. He can't. He might not be back this year because what he does is a ton of stuff, running back, reverses, and you can't use him that way if he's not healthy. So just sit him for the year. He's not coming back. It's no point.
He's coming back as long as we're good. If you're on pace to get your 11-6 record, he's going to be back by the end of the season. A torn groin shouldn't keep you out forever. I even looked at it. It was only a 6 to 8. It's only a 6 to 8 week recovery, and we're already towards the end of that. But if you re-aggravate it, it's going to be longer and longer and longer. So that's why I said sit him for 6 weeks, put him on the PUP list, don't touch him, let him rest, and bring him back once he's there.
If that's the case, if I'm sitting you 6 weeks, it's no point in me having you to come back.
I'm paying you $13 million or $12 million.
Depending on what's our record, especially if our record like 1-4, what am I bringing you back for? I don't think it's going to be 1-4 even without him because I don't think we need him for the first 4 weeks. We're going to need him against the Chiefs, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm saying I would definitely take Curtis or definitely sit him if we suck. I mean, if we're sitting there at 3-7, 3-8, and we're looking at that, like, okay, just don't re-injure it. But at the same time, he should be back by midway through the season. This is not an injury that takes forever and ever to recover from. I think he's re-aggravating it. And it's like you can't continue to use it and expect it to heal.
You have to put him out there. I mean, you don't have no, he has to get practice. He has to have conditioning. He has to run. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he doesn't have no choice. But if he re-aggravated it today. So what does that mean? Does it take even longer? Another 8 weeks? If that's what it's going to take, that's week 9.
Well, it depends on if he retore it. If he just tweaked it again, then I don't think it's going to take another 6 to 8 weeks. But if he retore it, yeah, it could take another 6 to 8 weeks, which would be horrible. But that's what I'm saying. Put him on the PUP. Put him on the PUP list. Get the roster spot back, and continue to ride with it. We're deep at receiver. We already kept 7, so we have 6 receivers. I don't know why you're looking at me like that. Of course, we got Terry, we got Diami, we got Cam Sims, we got Adam Humphries. What?
The names you just said was Terry McLaurin, Diami Brown. Everybody after that, we can't do nothing with. And I'm just being real.
Humphries is a fine slot receivers.
Adam Humphries, I don't got a problem with right now, as of right now, other than he being force-feeded. But outside of that, I'm Cam Sims, I'm done with. Dax is young. DeAndre Carter not doing nothing. So really, our receiving core is really you basically got Steven Sims Jr. and DeAndre Carter, basically, and then Cam Sims from last year. So what really changed other than Curtis and Diami?
Yeah, well, that's the 2 that you brought in, and obviously we want Curtis. I mean, if we get Curtis, that's what we want. But I'm not pressed to have him re-aggravate the injury over and over and over and over again. So that's what I'm saying. Throw him on the PUP. But we didn't do that. So we'll see how long it ends up lasting for Curtis Samuel. But to answer the question, I am very worried about this now. I mean, this is crazy. I didn't think that we would get here. So a lot of people did predict this, but I am surprised that we are here. He pulled it or pulled it, whatever, a long time ago. He should have been back by now. But speed hurts.
The way I see it, I guess we're still fine. We might not even need him against the Chiefs. I'm gonna go be bold. I don't think we need him against anybody this year. to be real. Because I think what's going to happen is JD is going to go to his spot. That's a and I think that Gibson is about to get a million targets and a million carries now that Curtis is out, and Diami going to eat. So I mean, we don't need Curtis right now. I don't think we need him right now. He's just icing on the cake because that's what JD's for. Split him out over there. I trust JD McKissick to anybody else in our receiving core outside of Diami and Terry. Give me GD, not GD, JD over and Patterson over all our receivers outside of Diami and Terry.
That's funny. All right, here we go. That was enough about Curtis. We're going to hop into our week 1 preview. Washington versus Chargers. I got a bunch of matchups that we could go through if that's how you want to start it out, or do you have any first initial thoughts on the matter?
On what?
On the matchup. Us versus the Chargers.
We should beat the mess out of them. Personally, we should beat the crap out of them. Obviously, like I say, I'm going to be watching my man Saint Goat against Mike Williams, I'm pretty sure he's going to lock down. But I'm pretty sure he's going to find himself on Keenan Allen. I'm definitely going to be looking at that. Mm-hmm. This whole Rashawn Slater, Chase Young thing, I don't make too much of a big deal out of it. People saying that Chase Young is making a big deal out of it, I don't think he is. But we're going to dominate the offensive line. The offensive line is not nothing. I'm not worried about their running back at all. Jared Cook sucks. We already know what he is in the Saints. All you got is Keenan Allen. That's what Will Jack is for. So why? And they defense, okay, Chris Harris Jr., he's old. Sante Samuel Jr., okay. Who else? That's it. Derwin James. Kenneth Murray against Logan. I like Logan chances. They D-line, not that good. All you guys, Joey Bosa right now. We should be able to toy with them. I'm not worried about them at all whatsoever.
The first thing I wrote down. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm gonna give a score. I'm gonna say we get.
We'll finish with that. We'll finish with that. That was the last thing. We'll finish with that one. All right. The first thing I wrote down is there's a huge matchup going into this right now, and it's Sam Cosmi, the rookie, versus Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa versus Sam Cosmi. That is critical because Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to need some time. If all of a sudden Joey Bosa gets loose, that could be extremely, extremely dangerous for us. I'm very worried about that matchup. The one good thing is Sam Cosmi has had to go against Montez Sweat and Chase Young all throughout training camp in the offseason. That's huge because he's going to need all the practice he can get because Joey Bosa ain't no joke. And we're getting a healthy week 1 Joey Bosa. You know, it's one thing if we played them in December where Joey Bosa may be banged up because all their players get hurt by week 13, week 12. But Sam Cosmi versus Joey Bosa is a very, very scary matchup, to say the least. And I'm very interested to see how that one goes and see how Sam Cosmi handles himself. I would definitely be running away from Joey Bosa majority of this game. I would not want to run right at him in the run game. All right, the other matchup you mentioned, Chase Young versus Rashawn Slater. I think that this is actually not going to be that great of a matchup. I think that Chase Young's going to win this matchup, and the reason is one. Yeah, well, he didn't win it in college. Rashawn Slater won it in college. But I think 1 year in the NFL, I believe Chase Young, a year in the NFL, going against NFL linemen all year, I think that's going to be a big difference. I think Chase Young wins that battle. What do you think?
If he gets locked down by Rashawn Slater, I don't want to hear nothing from the Redskins fan base about him. And I'm so serious about that. Last year, he ticked me off. This year, if you come in here and get shown up by a rookie, I'm done with you. I'm letting y'all know that now I'm done with you. You should dominate this matchup. Y'all say how great he is. I think he is as great as y'all say how great he is. But when you're that great, when you step on the field against a rookie, you better abuse him. It's as simple as that. People got you ranked 31 on ESPN ranking and all this other stuff, saying you 61, you're a top 100 player. I better see it on Sunday. Because if I don't, I'm done. I'm out. And I'm going to let the world know that Chase Young, I don't want to hear about how great he is no more. He better dominate that matchup. It's as simple as that.
I think he will, honestly. I think he's going to be too much for Rashawn, even though I think Rashawn's phenomenal. I think Rashawn's legit. I don't think he's just any rookie. I think he's actually really, 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 really good.
As for Sam Cosmi, Joey Bosa going to get his plays, of course. As it's the NFL, as to everybody. But Sam Cosmi going to win that matchup. You heard it here first.
He's a rookie. You just said he can't win it. Rookies shouldn't win a matchup against a veteran beast defensive lineman like that.
I'm saying, first of all, I never hyped up Joey Bosa.
You don't think Joey Bosa's legit?
He is legit. I never hyped him up, but I'm saying I believe in Sam Cosmi. And I'm willing to put out on Front Street that Sam Cosmi hold his own against Joey Bosa, and he wins this matchup. And when he does, I want you to go ahead and give him his respect.
I will gladly be wrong. I think he loses.
And to be honest with you, if he just handles Joey Bosa, he need to go to left tackle. Period. Because we all know the no. Oh my! They might even move him to the Leno side. We might lose now.
Switch him over to the strong side.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, you know what? Go to Leno side. He gonna barbecue chicken Leno. We are. Oh man,
barbecue chicken Leno. All right, the next matchup: Herbert and those wide receivers versus our new secondary. You talked about it a little bit. Of course, we got Benjamin St. Goat. We got Kendall Fuller. We got Kendall Fuller. We got William Jackson. It's a solid cornerback trio to shut down these wide receivers, but they have a solid trio of wide receivers of their own with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Guyton. Jalen Guyton, I can't remember his first name off the top of my head now. Anyway, know his name. The speedster. I know who he is. I know what he can do. He's a 4-3 guy. The dude is actually legit speed. He can get over the top of the defense. Guyton is no joke, whatever his first name is. He is a no-joke wide receiver, especially as number 3. So how do you see this matchup turning out? Justin Herbert, the rookie of the year. Oh, lockdown.
Whoever St. Goat on is lockdown. Whoever he on it is locked down. First of all, anybody ever heard of Cameron Curl? Last year, that towards the end of the season, they stopped throwing in this area of the field. And when he was that guy, okay. Anybody heard of Landon Collins? I'm on the bandwagon. No, I'm not. But he can hit. So we'll just see how fast he is when he get hit one time by Landon or Cam. Our linebackers, Cole and Jamin, I'm fine with Cole.
Well, I haven't gotten into the linebackers yet. That was the next matchup.
I'll wait for that. But our secondary should lock them up. I think Keenan Allen's going to get his play because it's Keenan Allen. He's going to get his plays against Will Jack. But whoever St. Goat on, good night, Irene.
Good night, Irene.
Good night, Irene.
There you go. All right. I think this is going to be a very interesting matchup. Very, very interesting matchup. Herbert, I'm curious if he's going to take another step up or is he going to have a sophomore slump? And I think that this will be a very interesting week 1 matchup for him. He's going against a phenomenal defense, a top 5 against the pass last year, and we've improved. I think we've only improved from what we had last year. We're getting Matt Ioannidis back. I know that Roger brought him up. Matt Ioannidis versus Corey Lindsey. Pressure up the middle to get Herbert off his key spot is going to be a big, big matchup. Lindsey, absolute beast in their interior of their line. So, but getting him back, obviously that's an improvement to have some fresh legs. And this team should be very, very dangerous defensively, but they're going to be a very dangerous team offensively, and it's going to be interesting. But I think that I'm very interested to see how Justin Herbert pans out. I'm going to say nobody wins. I think it's going to be he's going to get 250 yards passing, and it's going to be come down to somewhere else.
250.
Yep, I think you'll end up with 250 yards passing.
Man, that's going to be hilarious.
This matchup might be the second scariest outside of Cosmi versus Bosa.
Oh, here we go.
And it's Austin Eckler versus our linebackers. I know you like to hate on Austin Eckler. This dude is a legit out of the backfield receiving back. He had 96 catches 2 years ago. Of course, he got banged up a little bit last year. But when he is in the game, this dude is a legit running back, especially in the receiving game. And we have linebackers that struggle to cover. Maybe Jamin steps up week 1, maybe, hopefully.
Bostic?
Bostic
That's
is
the only one you could be talking about.
Well, Jamin is a rookie.
We haven't seen Jamin in coverage yet. But that's what he's going for right now.
Yep, but he's a rookie. Austin Eckler is an experienced RB.
Cole's fine.
Cole is fine, but they don't have to run at Cole all day unless they put Cole locked in on Austin Eckler.
They might throw Cam down in the box a couple times, get him up out of there.
Maybe, but nonetheless, that's going to be a very, very interesting matchup. And I think Austin Eckler is going to eat a little bit, especially in the pass game. I think he's going to have at least 6-7 catches, and we'll see what he can do with them.
6-7 catches. Watch they all be straight to where Bostic is. I guarantee you.
Well,
is
Bostic a linebacker?
What?
Is Bostic a linebacker?
Yeah, he's a linebacker.
That's why I'm concerned about Eckler versus our linebackers.
Well, Bostic going to get killed. Hopefully they throw in Khalid.
And I'm still a little bit worried about Jamin. I mean, Jamin's a rookie. I think eventually Jamin could get it together, but I'm worried about him week 1. I am worried about him.
Jamin going to get like 30 tackles this first game.
Almost as many as Sean Deion Hamilton prediction, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the last matchup, you also touched on this, is interesting. Scary Terry versus the vet Chris Harris Jr.
My name?
Yeah, that's true. Isn't that his name?
Yeah, he literally has my name. Besides for the junior.
Uh-huh. But Chris Harris, how does Terry do against that one?
Terry going to abuse that boy. It's just not even close. Terry should have at least 12 targets. Easy money. 12 targets. Matter of fact, we all know Derwin James is on his side. So he's going to be double teamed probably because there's no Curtis. So Diami going to have to eat. But Terry probably going to get 12 targets. He going to abuse that boy. He too old. He too slow. No, sir. Terry going to abuse that boy.
Too old, too slow. Honestly, I'm actually not too worried about it. I just wanted to bring it up because Terry's a monster. And I think he's going to absolutely destroy everybody that lines up against him. I don't care who it is. This guy is going to show up. I love me Scary Terry all day long. Give me Terry against anybody in the league. Jalen, Pat P, Tre'Davious White, list them all, Xavier Howard. I don't care who you are. Give me Scary Terry, and he's going to show that he's a top 5 wide receiver. By the end of this season, people are going to respect his name. He's going to go from off the top 100 into the top 40 next year. Give me Terry against everybody. Love that dude. Hassan says, anybody remember what Terry did to Pat Pete? That is what Terry is going to do to Chris Harris. I don't remember Pat Pete specifically, but I remember what he did to Stephon Gilmore the year that Stephon Gilmore, rookie year for Terry, defensive player of the year against for Gilmore. I know what he did that. Roger Smith, sophomore slump in year 2, week 1 for Herbert. Got to give him multiple looks, blitz him by mugging the A-gap, and give him some zone blitz plays, give him the business on third downs. I think the big way to beat Justin Herbert is going to be make him be perfect the whole way. Don't give him opportunities to beat you over the top. So if we continue with the strategy of the bend, don't break, play our corners a little bit farther off, make him actually have to walk it all the way downfield, at least to start the game. And maybe he shows that you could do it, make some second half adjustments, get in there, get tight, and play it down, but make him actually have to pick us apart and be perfect, basically. Be consistent the whole way. And, of course, bringing slight pressures wherever, whether it be linebacker blitzes or maybe an outside blitz every once in a while. But I hope our front four does what our front four is supposed to do and get after the quarterback and put some pressure. But I think make the young man actually beat you the whole way. I should go look at how the Pats destroyed him last year when they won 45-0 and see what they did. But anyway, what's your thoughts on that?
We need to put up points. We need to put up points. We need to get points on the board. Our offense is fantastic. Mm-hmm. Even though Ryan Fitzpatrick is annoying. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. You got Terry, you got Diami, you got Antonio Gibson should have a field day. Antonio Gibson had like a $120. $121 touchdown. this game. He should eat easily. I think for defensive, second half is always going to go our way. We know last year we shut out every team. I don't care how great the team was. We shut out every team in the second half. They probably got like 3 points or just a touchdown. They ain't do nothing else. The first half of the game, we need to put two halves together. First, I don't think we need to blitz. They're probably going to blitz them, but you can't blitz if your team is down. But if we can get up like 3-0, then Jack Del Rio could open up the playbook even more. Like, all right, now I'm going to go sit in the house. Go get them. Go get them. Go get them. We have to get points on the board. Because when we get points on the board, you open up your defense like we did against Dallas. We punished them once we got points on the board because Jack Del Rio said, you know what? All dogs go. That's what we need to do. That's what's going to make us all-time great defense. Because if you can put points on the board, you can open up that defensive playbook. The corners can start. They can take more chances. You know what I mean? More turnovers to be created. And we should be straight. But we got to put points on the board. Dustin Hopkins.
I 100% agree with that. I like that idea.
Drive, can we get something?
I mean, we didn't get anything in preseason, so hopefully that changes. All right. Is there any last things before we go into score predictions for this game and we can move around the NFL? Any last things you want to say about this matchup? Oh, the one thing I wanted to bring up, I'm sorry, I forgot to write it down, but somebody else brought it up earlier, is Justin Herbert and company are going to come in slow in theory because they did not play at all.
Are we here?
We're home.
Oh, Terry, 12 receptions, buck 20, 2 touchdowns.
Love it. But no, I was saying their offensive players did not play at all in this preseason. No Justin Herbert, no Austin Eckler, no Keenan Allen. Nobody of note played for their offense. So I think they're going to start off slow, and that's even going to help us even more because we're a second-half team under Ron Rivera. So if we actually get a hot start, that just spells even more disaster, honestly, for this Chargers team.
Well, Ron Rivera better know that. If that's the case, I'm blitzing. I'm sending the house on the first play. They're not going to be able to run the ball. I don't care about the run game. Send the house. And then they're probably going to spread. They're going to run spread a lot. So now that means Kendall going to be in the slot. That means Saint Goat going to be on the outside. We're going to be A-OK. But what I need for them to do is to send that house.
Blitz John Bostic every time he's in there, right? No coverage for John Bostic.
Just Bostic, you got one job, blitz.
The whole game. All right, that's funny. All right, here we go. Let's hop into our score predictions here. You want to go first or me first?
You can go.
I have us winning 23-20 in a nice close game. I think it's going to be 23-20. We find a way to pull it out. Maybe they score at the end. Maybe it's not even that close. Maybe it's a 10-point game or something. They score a garbage time touchdown. We'll see. But I think 23-20. And somebody was like, oh, you have that much faith in Dustin Hopkins? We're going to make 3 field goals? No. I think we're going to miss a PAT and only make 1 field goal. And that's how we're going to get to 23 points. Let's say you. What do you got?
I got 27. 16.
27-16.
27-16.
All right. Of course, you're picking the Chargers.
No.
I'm just kidding. I know you're picking us.
Because I believe Gibson is going to eat. I think Terry goes crazy. I think Logan's going to eat too. I think Diami, you drafted Diami for this moment. If you say he's Terry, which I do not believe that he's anything close to Terry or he can be anything like Terry, but we all see what Terry did game 1 against the Eagles when it was his first game. He really should have had 2 touchdowns, but Case Keenum overthrew the second one. Mm-hmm. Diami need to eat. You put him in there. Diami, this is his chance to solidify himself as wide receiver 2. Mm-hmm. Need to see more out of Diami. I need Diami to show out. I think we got everything we need to win this game, everything we need to score. Let's get it in there.
Fair enough. So you got 27-16. Where's the week 1? Here we go. Week 1. We're going to go through all the games eventually, but week 1 we got Skins versus Charges, and you got, so Tim had 23-20. Washington, and then Chris has 27-16 Washington. All right. Sounds good. All right, cool. That was it. All right. That's enough about the Washington football team. Thank you guys for that. But we're going to go around the NFL real quick. Just a couple of things. Mark Andrews signs a big contract for the Ravens. 4-year, $56 million contract. How do you feel about that one?
Well deserved. Proud of him.
Yeah, I like Mark Andrews a lot as well. I'm friends with a few Ravens fans though. They say that he shows up small in big moments. Like he gets a lot of stat pads, but they're actually kind of disappointed in him when it like means the most. He'll have like a critical drop, stuff like that. But we'll see how that pans out this year. But I think he's obviously one of the better tight ends, maybe even top 5 in this league. So I agree. Well deserved.
Got him on a good deal.
Yep. He will be signed until he's 30 years old. That's what they said. All right. Which NFL rookie will have the best debut? Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, or there was one more rookie. Crap.
That's it.
No, there's one more.
Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones,
Zach Wilson.
Who does? I know Trevor Lawrence played the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Who does the Mac Man play?
Miami.
And
Zach Wilson plays Carolina.
Trevor Lawrence.
I agree. I think Trevor Lawrence against that garbage Houston defense.
I
actually like him as a deep fantasy quarterback. Like if you're doing like a dual quarterback league, and you need 2 quarterbacks or some sort of deep league or something crazy, go after your boy Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert could be Trevor Lawrence. I think he could be huge this year because he's got a lot of weapons. I like DJ Chark. I like Marvin Jones. I like Laviska Shenault, James Robinson out of the backfield. I think that team is super, super dangerous.
I mean, I ain't gonna be surprised if the Mac Man show out.
The Mac Man against Xavier Howard and company?
If the Mac Man show out, the Mac Man here to stay.
I think the Mac Man here to stay anyway. I heard the Mac Man, somebody was telling me last night, the Mac Man was teaching Cam Newton the playbook. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, apparently Mac Man was having to teach Cam Newton things about the playbook. One of the players apparently that got cut or something like that talked to the media and was saying something like that. One of the players for the Patriots.
Hey,
pretty wild.
He's a perfect fit.
Yeah, he did go to the best possible situation. All right. I thought this could be some fun. Let's go ahead and predict some of the end of the year awards. You ready for this? Who is going to be your league MVP?
Lamont
Jackson. I should write this down too. Here we go. Let's do it this way. So, MVP 2021. Lamont Jackson, huh? Interesting. Lamar Jackson goes back to MVP status. I'm going to take... I think it's Pat Mahomes' year. I think Pat Mahomes takes it back from Aaron Rodgers, and I think he's going to show up this year. Pat Mahomes takes MVP for Tim. So this is Chris. This is Tim. All right. Rookie of the year.
Offensive?
Well, there's I have that later. Offensive Rookie of the Year, because that's a separate thing. Because Justin Herbert won Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Justin Herbert won Rookie of the Year. So that's 2 different awards. So who wins the overall Rookie of the Year? Yuki said Josh Allen was going to be MVP, and T.O. agrees with you, Lamont Jackson. Chris and Tim, what up, T.O.? You think Mac Jones is going to win Rookie of the Year, huh?
Go with the Mac Man.
Mac Jones.
Go with the Mac Man.
I'm going T-Law. I think T-Law is in a beautiful situation. I think they have a nice offensive line. They got tons of weapons for him. And I think that he is actually in a beautiful situation. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars have a somewhat weak schedule as well. I think T-Law ends up winning this.
Mac Jones has, if he makes the playoffs, he's unquestionably the rookie of the year. That's why I pick him.
I think the Jags are going to be an interesting team this year. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but I think they're going to go from the first overall pick 1-15 to like 7 wins, and I think that's going to be a huge jump.
They start off 1-0 basically.
Yeah, I agree, and then they're going to win another one against them. So 2-0 easily this year against Houston. That's big. All right, here we go. On to the next one. Offensive Player of the Year. So last year there was Derrick Henry. Who do you think wins the Offensive Player of the Year?
Offensive Player of the Year. Terry
McLaurin. I love it.
I could be wrong, but I don't care. I'm gonna give my man Terry some love.
I'm gonna go. I think Alvin Kamara. I think Alvin Kamara is going to have a huge year this year with no Michael Thomas for the first 6 weeks. They're going to be force-feeding them the ball the whole year. I think he's going to probably nearly have 2,000 total yards of offense between receiving and rushing, maybe close to 20 touchdowns. I think Alvin Kamara ends up with Derrick Henry.
Who won the year before?
You got me. I don't remember.
I'm going to go Terry just because I like Terry.
I like it. I hope you're right, as usual. Defensive Player of the Year 2021. Who do you have as the Defensive Player of the Year?
I'm going to go with Chase.
Dang it. You stole mine. I'll go with somebody else. I like it, though. Chase Young, Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year this year. Let's see. Who do I want to go with then if I'm not going Chase? Should I just go Montez?
They both got the best chance.
Let's see. Defensive Player
Has that ever
of the
been
Year.
done before? 2 teammates with 2 Defensive Player of the Years?
Like one. Well, no. What do you
They
mean?
could shoot for that. They could do it.
A dual Defensive Player of the Year between the two of them? Yeah, both get like 15 plus sacks or something crazy like that.
I'm saying like they both can legit get it like individually. I think they should do that personally. They'd be like, I get it this year, you get it next year. I'll let you get the sacks this year. That'll be dope.
I'm going to go on a limb here. I think the Browns are going to be absolute beasts, and I'm going to go Myles Garrett. I'm going to say Myles Garrett comes up big.
He make a first impression week 1 against well, we'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll see. Chase Young wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, and then next year wins Defensive MVP. Could you imagine? That would be awesome. I would love that.
He can do it. He should do it.
He can definitely do it. I completely agree, especially in this defense. It should be fun because they can't they can't focus on him. They can't take him out of the game. So it should be an interesting year. All right, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Who wins Offensive Rookie of the Year?
They got to be a quarterback. I'm going to say Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson, Offensive Rookie of the Year, huh?
I want to say Justin Fields, but sadly they start Andy Dalton. So Fields. What's that boy name? Wilson.
Yeah, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm going to go Najee Harris. I think Najee Harris is going to be force-fed, and I think he's going to end up winning Offensive Player of the Year. Najee Harris. All right. Last one, we have Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Saint Goat.
Defensive Player of the Year, Mika Fitzpatrick, Roger says. That's interesting. Saint Goat wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, huh?
With 6 interceptions.
6 picks. I wrote that down. All right. I'm going to go with Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm not happy about it. I'm not thrilled with it. Just kidding. I'm not picking him. I know everybody knew who you thought I was going to pick. No, I'm not picking him. I actually think it's going to be an interesting one. Gregory Rousseau from the Bills. I think Gregory Rousseau has an opportunity to be on a team that's going to have a lead a lot of the time. A lot of time he's going to be able to pin his ears back and get after the quarterback. I think he could be pushing 10 sacks in his rookie year, maybe 8, 9, something like that because of the position he's going to be in. And I think Gregory Rousseau finds a way to win Defensive Player of the Year as a defensive end. All right. There you go. There's my predictions. All right. Now we're going to have fun. This is going to be a longer show, so hope you're hanging out with us. Have some fun. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Micah Parsons. I knew everybody thought that I was going to do that. Benjamin St. Goat or Jamin Davis. I love that. Zach Wilson says T-Ho. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Micah Parsons. Yuki agrees. We all know Comeback Player of the Year is Dak. That's a great choice. Who else is even in that conversation, to be honest? Nick Bosa could be one of those. You're absolutely right. Christian McCaffrey. Saquon, Christian McCaffrey. Both of those guys could be Comeback Player of the Year. Dak has some comp. I mean, obviously, if he has a big season and the Cowboys go like 10-7, 11-6, something like that, I think he's the front runner. But
the season.
What's that?
If
he finishes the season, it's true. True. All right, you ready to go through these record predictions?
Yeah.
So we're not going to be doing week by week. We're not going to take forever on these. We're just going to kind of go off the top of our head and have some fun and see who could get closest on the most by the end of the year. So, record predictions. We're going to start in the NFC. And you know what? We'll just start with the East. And we'll just start with us. What's your record prediction for us?
10-7.
All right. I said 9-8. All right. Cowboys.
9-8.
I say.
You know what? 7-10.
7-10 for the Cowboys. I'm going to go with 10-7. Giants.
Daniel Jones has been getting on my nerves. But I'm going to say 9-8.
9-8. I'm going to go. Oh, that's you. I wrote it down. I'm going to go 9-8 too. I was thinking 10-7, but I'll just ride with you. 9-8. Eagles.
6-11.
I'm going to go 5-12. 6-11 for the Eagles for Chris. All right, so that was the NFC East. We'll move on to the NFC North. The Green Bay Packers.
12-5.
12-5. I got 13-4. The Vikings.
9-8.
9-8. I agree with you. Actually, that's I had 9-8 in my head too. All right, the Bears.
You know what?
The Bears.
10-7.
He's just gonna have us as the NFC least again.
10-7.
10-7 for the Bears.
Yep.
Interesting. They're actually not a bad team, but they're going to start with Andy Dalton. So I'm going to say 7-10 because they're going to lose every game with Andy Dalton until Justin Fields comes out. And the last one, the Lions.
2-15.
2-15. I'm going to go 1-16. They're garbage. All right, so that's the North. Let's go ahead over to the West. Let's start with Yuki's team, the 49ers.
7-10.
7-10. I got 9-8 for the Niners. The Seahawks.
9-8.
9-8. I got 11-6. Because they always find a way to win a bunch of games. The Cardinals.
9-8.
10-7 sounds real. We'll see. Yuki has Packers 14-3, Bears 7-10, Vikings 5-12, Lions 3-14. Bad division there, according to them. Better not do my Bears dirty. Oh, I did them a little dirty there, Yager. Sorry about that. Sorry, you said Cardinals 9-8.
Yeah.
I said Cardinals 6-11. And the last one is, of course, the Rams.
11-6.
11-6. I'm gonna go Rams. I don't even remember what I said in my video, but they got a tough schedule a little bit. I'm gonna say 12-5. I like the Rams this year for sure. For sure. All right, and the final one is the NFC South. The Saints.
6-11.
6-11.
You know what? I get them 8-9.
8-9. I bet they find a way to get over 500. I say 9-8. All right, the Bucks.
10-7.
10-7. I got 14-3. I got the Panthers.
11-6.
Panthers 11-6. I got 8-9. The Falcons.
4-13.
4-13. I'm gonna say 3-14. All right, that's the NFC. The AFC. We started with the East on this side, so we'll start the East of this now. Pats.
10-7.
Patriots.
10-7.
10-7. I say 9-8. The Bills.
Give them 12-5.
12-5. I agree with you, actually. 12-5 is a good record for them. I think that's a good, safe play. The Jets.
6-11.
6-11. I'm going to say 4-13. I think they're a couple years away. I don't think they're still a very good team. And the last one is the Dolphins.
11-6.
11-6. I say 8-9. I think Tua is not that good. I think Tua is not going to have a good year.
You lost your mind.
All right. So we'll go to the North. The Ravens.
11-6.
The Lions win versus Niners week 1 upset of the week. Upset of the year, says Roger Smith. Good night. That would be a huge upside. Real bold for sure. Sorry, you said 11-6 for the Ravens?
Sir.
I agree. 11-6 is a good record for them. How is Lamar going to win MVP with 11-6 record? No
He
shot.
did it this first year.
No, they went like 14-2.
No, he didn't.
I'm pretty sure they did. 14-2. Anyway, the Steelers.
7-10.
I said 6-11. The Browns.
13-4.
I had the same record. The Bengals.
8-9.
I say 5-12. I think they're still doing some good things, but defensively, I think they need some work. All right, so that's the North. Over to the West, the Chiefs.
11-6.
11-6. I say 14-3. The Chiefs, then the Broncos.
7-10.
7-10. I have them actually. I think I picked them. I'm gonna go 9-8. I picked them to win like 11 games, I think, in my video, but that was with Drew Lock. I think that Teddy Bridgewater is going to lose more games. 9-8. But I still think they're a solid team all around, actually. And then let's go to the Raiders.
9-8.
9-8. I say 6-11. You got the Chargers.
10-7.
I have the same record. So we got a couple of agreements here. All right, the last one is the AFC South, and we're going to go with the Colts.
11-6.
11-6. I don't know what Carson Wentz is doing. I'm going to go 10-7.
That's how I was shaking my head.
I don't know what Carson Wentz is doing.
I'm about to be like, you know what? I'm going to say 11-6, but I don't know what Carson Wentz is doing.
All right, let's go Titans.
12-5.
12-5. I said 11-6. All right, Jaguars.
I'm gonna go 5-12.
I'm gonna say 7-10. I think they're actually a sneaky good team, but they're not good enough yet. They still got some pieces to work on. But I think they're a sneaky good team. They're gonna upset a lot of people. And the toilet bowl of the league, Houston Texans.
0-17.
I give them one win somewhere, 1-16. But they're a great candidate to go 0-17. There's no doubt. So we got a couple of agreements, a lot of disagreements, a couple of just one games off. Some big disagreements were Bucks. You had 10-7. I had 14-3. Let's see. Any other like real bad one, like real difference makers? Chiefs, you said 11-6. I said 14-3. And I think the Steelers, we had a different record. No, only one game. So, yeah, most of them were within like a game or two. So we're not too far off each other. But we got them written down, so that'll be a lot of fun. All right. Last thing, and we're going to have some fun with this. So that's something, obviously, we're only going to do one time. That was just the first week of the year. We're going to do record predictions. But this is something we're going to do every single week. We're going to predict every single game. I don't care if we do a score or not, but...
we ain't got to no school.
Yeah, we'll just do wins and losses. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so let me pull up the schedule here. ESPN. You know, a real professional would have this already set up. Here we go. Week 1, we got Thursday night. That's something we forgot. I forgot to put in the preview of what we're going to see tomorrow. But we can talk about it a little bit if you want to. Tomorrow night, we have season opener, Dallas versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay putting down the pennant, or whatever you call it, the banner. Dallas Cowboys. What do you expect in that game?
Tampa to win.
Expect Tampa to win?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're just going to do wins, losses, right?
Yep.
All right, so Dallas versus Bucks. And I agree. I have Bucks. I don't think Dallas is going to win this game, even though I think Dallas is going to have a decent season. We'll see. Maybe I'm falling into the trap yet again of all the hype for them. All right, we have the Eagles versus the Falcons.
Give me Eagles.
I agree.
You know what?
I had the Eagles. You going somewhere else?
Falcons.
Ooh, going Falcons.
Because I just think Calvin Ridley and Kyle Pitts is going to be too much.
Very possible. Very, very possible. But I got the Eagles. All right, Steelers versus Buffalo.
Go Buffalo.
All right. I agree. Bills. So, Bills. All right. We got Vikings at Cincinnati.
I'll take Vikings. I don't trust Jamar Chase right now. Take the Vikings.
I agree. I'm taking the Vikings too. Give me the Vikings. Vikings. All right, we got Niners versus Detroit. I'm going to put you down for the Lions, right?
Niners. They should take care of business. If they don't, they going 0-17.
All right, Cardinals versus Tennessee.
Cardinals. I'm gonna go Tennessee.
I will as well. I think the Titans are going to win. Titans.
They're
All
gonna,
right.
yeah, the Titans.
All right. Seahawks versus the Colts.
Is Carson Wentz back?
I don't think so, honestly.
Well, if he's playing, I got the Colts. If he's not, I got Seattle.
Carson Wentz. Report: Carson Wentz will be on the field week 1.
This might be the one I lose, but I'm gonna go with the Colts.
I'm going Seahawks. Does that make you feel better? Because it always likes to prove me wrong.
Nah, I don't.
Basically, 50-50 games, I'm always wrong. All right, we already did our game. So we got the Jets versus the Panthers.
Oh, Panthers gonna smoke them.
I agree. I'm going to have the Panthers. Panthers. All right. We got Texans versus Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
I have the Jacksonville. All right. Jags. All right. We got Browns versus Kansas City.
Ooh, Cleveland.
Ooh, I got the Chiefs. You got the Browns? Interesting. No Tyrann Mathieu, I heard. All right. We got Miami versus New England.
New England. No, Miami.
Miami?
Dang, it's a hard one to call.
Give me Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to mess up Tua.
You know what? You give me Tua Tagovailoa.
Drinking the haterade. All right, Packers versus Saints.
Give me the Packers.
In Jacksonville. So it's an away game for both teams.
Give me the Packers.
Yeah, I agree. I'm taking the Packers. GB. All right. We got Broncos at New York.
Jets?
No, Giants.
Give me the Giants. You know what? No. Give me the Broncos. They offense going to take a while to get in sync, and I know Saquon not going to be that good right away. So give me the Broncos.
I got Giants. If Drew Lock was out there, I would take the Broncos. All right. 2 more games left. We got Bears versus the Rams.
Rams.
I agree. And then Ravens versus the Raiders.
Ravens.
I agree.
It's going to be an upset somewhere on there. I just don't know where.
Ravens, Raiders. And we both got Ravens.
If there's an upset, it might do be the Lions. It might do be that one. Or the Texans.
Let's see. As far as upsets, I can see the Steelers upsetting the Bills.
I wouldn't say that as an upset.
Saints over the Packers.
That's an upset.
I can see that. I can see the Rams over the. No, I can't. Never mind. I can't see the Bears with Andy Dalton winning anything.
Unless he get knocked out the game.
Yeah, maybe.
Come in. That's an upset.
Cowboys over the Bucks can win.
Could.
There's not a lot of upset potential. I feel like a lot of these games are evenly matched. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they did a good job, or at least it seems like a lot of interesting matchups to start this year. Where there's not even that many upset potentials. So Yager has Dallas, Seattle, Jags, Atlanta, Washington, Buffalo, Minnesota, Detroit, Jets, Miami, Giants, New Orleans, Rams, and Baltimore. A lot of disagreement there because I know I had The Cowboys, I had maybe not. Oh yeah, I didn't have the Vikings winning, right? No, I did have the Vikings winning. Never mind. That was against the Bengals. Oh, he has Detroit upsetting. The Broncos will win the game? Maybe. Maybe. All right, well, that's what we're going to end each week on is the game predictions. We'll go through this next week to see how we did and put records on there. We're going to keep track through of the year and see who wins. Should we put a little wager on that, Chris? I don't care whether it be well, it doesn't matter if it needs to be money or if maybe who knows? It could be something else. We don't have to decide right this second, but let's see. What's a good wager? Somebody put in the comments. What's a good wager that could be fun? Not necessarily money. It could just be like making a funny video or doing something. Maybe wearing a different team's jersey or something. I don't know. Something funny like that where we have to make a video or something. I don't know. Somebody else come up with something. Do you have any ideas there, Chris, on what I'm thinking of based on that?
No, I got nothing. I ain't got nothing.
Nobody's just got anything either in the comments, or at least maybe there's. You know what? StreamYards is usually a little bit behind on the comments. Maybe there's something going on. Let's take a look here at the comments.
Change your name to that team with your background.
Change your name to that team or the background?
Which team? I don't got nobody else's jersey. And first off, it's only one winner, so not everybody has a channel. Unless they post themselves in the Discord with it on.
Is very good up front. They will win a few games. I don't know. We'll see. How about the loser wears different team's jersey or does hot sauce challenge?
No.
Do a hot sauce challenge? That's a funny one.
That's a lot of losers. Unless they just talking about between me and you.
Just me and you. It's just between me and you.
Oh.
Of who has the best, whoever has the most, whoever has finishes with the best prediction record. Drink a shot glass of hot sauce on the channel. That could be funny. I like it. You don't want to do that one?
No,
I like it. I think that'd be funny. I think doing a shot of hot sauce on the channel in the at the end of the final week of the show.
I can't do it.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Let's do it. That's harmless, yet it would be really funny to watch. If Chim or Jairus lose, the other one of them has to do a one-chip challenge or eat spicy chocolate. What's a one-chip challenge?
Oh, I think it's a challenge where it's like a real hot chip and you just take a bite and it's real hot. I'm not doing that.
We don't need to talk like that, T.O. Shot glass of syrup. I love syrup. That's not even a punishment.
It's nasty, though. With no pancakes. I might try to cheat. I
might try to cheat.
You might try to take some pancakes that morning.
The Pocky one-chip challenge? I've never heard of this. One-chip challenge? The Pocky one-chip challenge, huh? The Carolina Reaper pepper? Oh, that's brutal. Shot glass of pickle juice? I'd rather do the hot sauce.
Pickle juice not that bad, though.
You want to do this one-chip challenge with the Pocky chip?
No shot.
No shot?
Mm-mm.
I hate, like, my body doesn't do well with hot sauce or hot stuff either.
The only thing I put hot sauce on is my fish. That's it.
All right, we'll maybe come up with something on the wager, but it could be funny to do. I think it should be something like that. I'm not trying to bet money or anything. I think it'd be funny to do something silly like that at the end of the year.
We'll figure it out.
Spoiled ass what we're talking about. We're talking about what So we're doing a wager between week one, or not week one, the record predictions. We're going to do predict the winner of each game each week at the end of our show, and then come up with who had the best record, and the loser has to do something. We'll see. Drink the flaming hot Mountain Dew.
I don't even know what that is.
There's literally a flaming hot Cheeto Mountain Dew. Like, they combined flaming hot Cheeto sauce, I guess, or whatever, seasoning with Mountain Dew in one drink.
That's disgusting.
I think we should do the hot sauce thing. Like some super hot sauce.
I can't do hot sauce. I can't just drink it. If you're telling me I can eat it with fish, I can do that, but I can't tell you.
Oh, that's funny. I don't. As long as it's super hot sauce, I don't care if it's on fish or not.
I can't do super hot.
That's the point. It's got to be something that you don't want to do to lose.
I'm trying to think of something. I know I can figure out something.
And also, you're going to beat me anyway, right?
I don't know, because I don't know how the season's going to play out, because injuries can happen, so I don't know.
Well, we're going to pick it every single week.
Yeah, I know that, but like I said...
And we're not doing the record prediction thing. We're just doing...
You're not about to try to talk me into this.
I think it would be funny. I think there should be some wage on here. Do the Sprite and banana challenge? What is that?
What is that?
Sprite banana challenge. Well, apparently it's a thing because it was the first thing that popped up on Google. Banana Sprite challenge goes terribly wrong. Extreme banana and Sprite challenge gone wrong. Oh wait, maybe this might be.
All right, when a guy eat 4 McChickens?
When I like McChickens.
How many can you eat?
Who knows?
That's what I say. I know I can eat 4 McChickens.
I ate a whole McChicken in one bite.
There's no way. You gonna kill yourself.
I did. Somebody challenged me at the McDonald's, and I ate the whole McChicken in one bite. Back in high school.
Well, that's in high school. Those days are over. A 50-piece chicken nugget.
Eat 50 nuggets while on stream. Like, during the show, you have to just eat the nuggets throughout?
I ain't gonna be able to finish 50 nuggets. I ain't gonna be able to finish 50 nuggets.
The smoothie challenge. What smoothie? I don't know. I don't want to get too disgusting. Rub hand sanitizer on a pack of sour Skittles?
No.
What in the world is your problem spoiled? What in the world is that?
4 McChicken sound fit. 4 McChickens, a live fry. And
Winner decides what goes in that smoothie.
Oh heck no.
Yeah, I'm not doing. We don't need to do it. I would just say a shot of hot sauce. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we're not doing this banana thing. This sounds dangerous.
Can you eat an extra large pizza by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm a big dude, man.
I'm trying to do something that you can't do.
I know. Well, I don't like hot sauce. Like, hot sauce would be something that I don't. It's not like I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, I love hot sauce. I mean, I sweat when I'm eating sriracha. I mean, sriracha makes me sweat. So it's not something that I would be like thrilled to go drink a thing of hot sauce. Now, if you told me to drink a shot of vinegar, I would do that. I love vinegar.
How many barbecue wings can you eat?
How many barbecue wings?
From Pizziano. You ever been to Pizziano?
Pizziano?
I don't know how to pronounce it. That's what I call it. Pizzianos.
I'm not familiar. Is that a chain or is it just in Waldorf?
No, it's not here. It's actually in Alexandria.
Oh, it's in Alexandria. Tim spots chat that they wager I can make sure we both suffer. What? I would love eating an extra large pizza, right? I don't think it's a... Do the chip challenge or the death nut? It sounds like a hot nut. I think it'd be funny if we did something with hot sauce at this point. I think hot sauce is the winner. But you have to agree to it.
I don't know. I got to think on
it. Drink a shot of apple cider vinegar. I do that every time I eat crabs. So that's nothing to me. I could put a cabbage, a can of Sprite, vanilla ice cream in a smoothie. Regret losing that day. A shot of soy sauce. I don't know about
That's
that.
easy.
Drink a shot of apple cider vinegar. I don't know. I think the hot sauce is the best thing, and we should get like the whoever wins buys a bottle of hot sauce and sends it to the other one. Or no, it's fine. I'll buy the hot sauce either way. So whether I lose or win, I'll buy the hot sauce, and I'll buy like super hot sauce of some sort that would make me just like puke. And we'll see how it goes. Let's do the hot sauce thing. Deal?
I'll think about it.
Vanilla ice cream and french fries is the best? Yeah, that would be a good one. Not. Eat the spicy Buffalo Wild Wings from Buffalo Wild Wings? Maybe. We're going to do a shot of hot sauce of some
I
sort.
only like barbecue chicken. I mean, I ain't got a problem with buffalo chicken. It's just, I'd rather barbecue.
I could eat all sorts of but I prefer boneless over boned chicken wings.
Pineapple on pizza. Pineapple pizza is good.
I'm not big on pineapple on pizza. I don't like fruit on pizza. I like meat and maybe some vegetables.
Sausage, little bacon bits. You suck.
Y'all are too light on the punishment. I don't want to freaking do something crazy. I just want to do something that'd be funny to drink a shot of hot sauce, like super hot sauce, on the channel at the end of the show at the end of the year. I think that'd be a funny one before the playoffs.
In a long time.
Let's do the hot sauce thing. I think that'd be good. Deal? Shot of hot sauce.
I want to think about it, man.
Shot of hot sauce. I need you to agree on stream.
You gotta let me see how week 1 play out first.
No, we gotta do it before the year. Before we gotta do it before the year.
Can't do it.
Come on, hot sauce.
I can give you ass tomorrow on stream.
Let's agree.
I give you ass tomorrow on stream.
Everybody in the chat say that Chris needs to agree. Washington, who you got? Washington or LA? We got Washington. Y'all ain't ready for me, my friend's punishment. Yeah, I'm not trying to do nothing crazy. I think it'd just be funny to have to drink a little shot of hot sauce that's really, really hot on stream. You can have a glass of milk right next to you. I don't care. To wash it down to get rid of the hot. It'd be funny. A kid on the football team ate a ghost pepper and had to leave because he couldn't handle it. Yeah, we're going to do some hot sauce. Or some sort of hot thing. Will Washington sweep the East this year? I don't think so. I have them going 4-2 in the East. I think they sweep the Eagles and split with the Giants and the Cowboys. Atomic Wings from Wingstop.
You ever been to DQ?
Dairy Queen? Yeah. All right, come on. Agree to the hot sauce.
We'll see.
Is that an agreement?
We'll see.
It's got to be before the start of week 1.
We'll see. Week 1 don't start till Sunday.
Week 1 starts tomorrow.
Okay. That's 8. The game don't start till 8:30.
Is that when the game starts? 8:20. Yeah.
So 8:45.
Probably because of all the rigmarole. We'll probably start the stream tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for the play-by-play. We'll do a pregame leading up to it and hang out with you guys. So be there or be square. Oreo and pickle juice challenge. That would be great. That's disgusting. If that's something that Chris wants to do, that's fine. But I think we should do the hot sauce because I think we both don't like hot sauce. I don't like hot sauce. Seriously.
I only like it on fish.
Yeah, I think a shot of hot sauce
It's actually not
and like
that
real
hot.
hot sauce, not like Tabasco, some real hot sauce, and I'll buy it for you, or I'll buy it for myself. Whoever has to drink it, I'll buy it. Ooh, Spoiled wants a wager between you and him and Yuki on Saints versus 49ers. Give me the 49ers. I think I put them both at 9 and 8 though.
Saints better.
I put them both at 9 and 8. Yikes. I'm not doing crazy stuff.
Pancake and orange juice challenge. I drink orange juice with pancakes all the time. It's not a challenge.
Whoever team has the worst record has to drink orange juice, then brush their teeth. Oh, that's... I think the hot sauce will be funny. We're doing hot sauce. Just agree to it. Chris. Just agree. Just agree. And then we're going to end the stream.
I said we'll see.
What do you mean we'll see?
We'll see. I give you an answer tomorrow or moving forward.
We need an answer tomorrow. We got to come up with something by tomorrow before the start of the first game. All right, guys. This was another good show. Thanks for being here. And we'll see you tomorrow at 8. And until next time. Any last words, Chris?
No, I'm beat.
All right, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also in the description below is a Discord link. Hop in our Discord and come talk some football. And until next time, see ya!